The much-anticipated 2014 Forester is here at University Subaru. Newly redesigned, inside and out, with sleek styling, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and maximum performance. Plus now 32 miles per gallon. Join us for the Subaru Love Spring event going on now and see the all-new Forester. All-wheel, all-weather, all-wow. Available in mid-Missouri only at University Subaru. The wise choice.
Welcome to Radio Friends. This is Wednesday. It's March the 5th. And we got two topics today. Both of them are really very important. Let's start first of all with geriatric and palliative care Dr. Paul Tatum. Welcome to Radio Friends.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. We're talking about an event that you have coming up this Saturday. It's called Holy Dying.
Right.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, this is going to be held at Calvary. Calvary's sponsoring it, and it's with the Episcopal School for Ministries program. It's part of the Diocese of Missouri. And the idea is we want it to be a community event. You know, so much of the challenges of talking about difficult issues at end-of-life care, because we do it very much at the end in healthcare settings, but the idea is to take these difficult conversations and put it into the context of your faith community. So you can partner with your faith community. And it's going to have training for people within the Episcopal Church that are priests and deacons. But in addition, it's to help family members, to help patients, to help individuals also learn to grapple with the difficult issues about end-of-life care. We're going to,
No, well, it makes no difference what religion you are.
Exactly.
You're all invited to come to this.
Exactly.
We were talking before we came on. I think it has become more acceptable now for people to talk about end-of-life decisions. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it was almost taboo. But now people are realizing, hey, you know what? This body of mine is going to expire at some time. Just because the body is dying does not mean that I am dying. Because the soul continues on.
You're exactly right. And the context in the healthcare community is we've come up with palliative medicine, not just to be end-of-life care, but for anyone who has a serious illness. So that it's not just right in the last 6 months of life even, but really that palliative care can partner with the rest of your team, your healthcare team, to help you and your family for even 1, 2, 3 years. And we know that with good palliative care, people with lung cancer, for example, when they're partnering palliative care with their cancer doctor, actually lived longer in a couple of studies.
As a doctor, do you see that people who have made a decision on how they want to die, what type of measures they want for health care, do you see that they die in a more relaxed, loving atmosphere than those who have not thought about it?
I think it helps the patient, the individual, be at peace knowing their choices. I think it helps their families tremendously, because so often what happens is when hard decisions have to be made, if you haven't had the conversation, the family suffers.
Yeah.
And one of the ideas by bringing this into a faith-based community is that these are hard conversations. It's not something you can just do around the dinner table at ease.
Right.
And having places to go where people can kind of help you through the conversation. There's some real communication strategies that can make for these difficult choices to really be based on your values.
Okay. If you want to be a part of this, if you want to open up dialogue with your family and with yourself, you're invited this Saturday. What time?
Right at Calvary, 9 o'clock. And we'll include advanced care planning. We'll have a lawyer talking about end-of-life care decision-makings from the legal aspect. We'll have people talking about organ donation, people talking about hospice care, 9 o'clock at Calvary.
Okay, Calvary Episcopal Church, 9 o'clock until when?
It'll go until about 3 o'clock.
Okay, so it's an all-day event.
Exactly.
All right, Doctor, thank you for coming by.
Really appreciate it.
Pleasure having you here today. Mark it on your calendar this coming Saturday, 9 o'clock, Calvary Episcopal Church. Now, there's something else coming up, totally different. But it's good. We've got Karen Grundley with us. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Missouri Contemporary Ballet and Ayako?
Ayako Tsuruda.
Ayako Tsuruda.
Tsuruda.
Okay, welcome,
Nice to meet
Ayako. Now, you two have
Having a collaboration.
yeah. What's going on?
Well, we're collaborating with the Odyssey Chamber Music Series, and it's their 10-year anniversary. And
Oh,
Ayako
congratulations!
Thank you.
approached me and asked if we wanted to collaborate. So we've been working on this show for about a year.
So, what are you doing? What's going to happen at the show?
We'll be providing live musicians for the live dancers at the Missouri Theater.
Oh, so you're doing the live music.
That's right.
And they are, and Missouri Contemporary Ballet is doing the live dancing.
Yes.
And this is going to be when?
This is this Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th at the Missouri Theater.
What time?
8 o'clock on Friday and 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh, so you're doing
Three
two
shows.
shows.
Three
Three
shows.
shows. Oh. And all the shows are the same. They're all the
That's right.
same. So if you like it so much on Friday night, you want to come back again on Saturday, you got two more chances.
And
to
it's
see it.
live, so it might not be the same.
That's right. Because it's always a little bit different. So what are some of the things that people can look forward to?
I think people are used to having live musicians with some sort of a screen on the, that kind of movie screens,
Yeah.
or vice versa, where you have dancers with
Tracks.
right, with the recording
Yeah.
of music. But it's really difficult to actually put the two live elements together, and this is actually what makes it so special, this Missouri Theater.
Well, that's got to take a lot of rehearsal time,
Oh,
doesn't
yes.
Well,
A
the
lot.
music too. I mean, a lot of people I know have approached me and said, "So is this just going to be classical?" And it's not in any way, shape, or form classical. We've chosen really edgy
it? Well, there's some classical.
music.
Is there some
It's-
classical in there?
I mean,
It depends on how you define classical music. I suppose, if you talk about Stravinsky and Prokofiev, they're considered within the classical realm, but they don't sound anything like.
What you think of as classical music.
Exactly.
So you've got edgy music.
Right.
Edgy music.
And I
Okay.
think you have to also remember that it's actually around this time in the early 1900s that there was a huge renaissance of the music and dancers and everybody getting together. And we're kind of, I guess you could say that recreating this sort of scenario. It's very unique and original.
Okay. Well, it sounds very unique. So mark your calendar either this Friday night, what time? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
At the Missouri Theater, or Saturday at 2 o'clock, or Saturday night again
8 o'clock.
at 8 o'clock. And how can people get tickets?
The concertseries.org. They can also at the Missouri Theater box office. Probably the easiest two ways to do it.
And how much are tickets?
Between 17 and 29. On Fridays, we do a student rate, and the student rates are like between $5 and $8.
Yeah, okay.
So
And how long is the performance?
it'll be about an hour and a half
half.
with intermission.
And how many musical pieces in there?
We have 4 pieces, but the Stravinsky piece is a 26-minute piece. So
Okay. Well, it sounds wonderful.
We're excited.
Best of luck to you, okay?
Thanks.
We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, the Disabled American Veterans Transportation Network, and we're going to talk about another free tax service available to you. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director, Amy Simon, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mouther. Something you'd like to hear? Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu.